So again, good morning, everyone. This will be the first day, no, the first topic for our midterm topics, and that would be about series and parallel pipe. So it is just a continuation yung sa last topic natin sa prelim, which is pipe also. Pero ngayon, pag-uusapan natin bakit siya nagiging series at bakit nagiging parallel yung mga pipes natin. Okay? So you have here series. So series pipes there are when pipes of different diameters are connected end to end to form a pipeline. They are said to be in series. The total loss of energy will be the sum of the losses in each point losses or connection. So kung nakikita ninyo dito sa figure A natin, sa first figure, that would be the perfect example for series pipes. Okay? Alam naman natin no that our pipes is not that long enough no na para siya lang isang pipe lang talagang gamitin natin sa isang system. Okay? So ginagamit natin itong series pipe no para mas mapataas, para mas mabaliko natin yung mga pipes natin. So when two different diameters daw are connected to each other, nagkakaroon daw tayo ng isang pipeline. Like for example, itong point 1, iba yung magiging diameter niya from point 2. Iba rin yung magiging diameter niya from 0.3, but they are connected to each other. Okay, pinag-connect sila to form a pipeline. Okay, so mamaya na natin pag-usapan itong mga formulas na binigyan nila every figure. So you have here a parallel. So pipes are said to be parallel when they are so connected that the flow from a pipe branches are divided into two or more separate pipes and reunite into a single pipe. So, ang tinatawag natin na parallel pipes is yung mga type of pipes na same notation sila, same placement sila, same arrangement sila. Okay? So, as you can see, no, dito sa figure letter B natin, no, itong pipe 2 natin, pipe 3 natin, and pipe 4 natin, no, they are on the same notation, they are on the same placement, no, parehas sila ng length, parehas sila ng naka-horizontal. Okay? Whereas dito sa figure letter C natin, it is a series parallel pipe. Series kasi yung mga different type of pipes is connected to each other. Bakit siya nagiging parallel? Yung ating pipeline 3 and pipeline 4 is the same notation. They are on the same placement ng pagkakalagay. Yun yung tinatawag natin na parallel. Okay? So for letter D, no, it is series pa rin kasi nga connected pa rin yung mga pipes and it is considered as parallel because your pipeline 2 is parallel to your pipe 3 and 5. It is a straight line. Okay? Ano pa yung series, yung parallel dito na pipes sa ating figure letter D? It is your pipeline 3 and pipeline 4 because they are on the same placement, they're on the same arrangement. Okay? I hope naintindihan yon. So, balik tayo dito sa series natin. So, let us talk about the total head loss. Bakit may head loss pa rin tayo kinikonsider? Take note, pinag-uusapan pa rin natin yung pipes. Okay? So, when there is a flow into a closed conduit pipes, there is a friction. Diba? Kasi sabi natin na kapag ang fluid is may pagkiskis mismo sa pipe or inside our closed conduit pipe, meron pa rin energy dissipation. Diba? So, ibig sabihin kung may energy dissipated, merong head loss tayong kino-consider. Okay? That is why your total head loss, kasi diba yung tubig natin is pumapasok sa pipeline 1, tapos nag-flow ang tubig and then lumalabas sa pipeline 3. Okay? So, therefore, your total head loss is nakakaranas lahat ang pipe. Okay? Your total head loss that is coming from your point 1, point 2, and point 3. Makes sense, di ba? Kasi dyan dumadaan yung tubig natin. Okay? So how about sa formula number 2? Sabi nga dito, discharge 1 is equals to discharge 2 is equals to discharge 3. That makes sense also. No? Sa continuity principle natin, what comes in comes out. Kung ano yung pumasok sa point 1, discharge na pumasok sa point 1, yun din di ba yung flow na pumapasok sa point B? And then yun rin yung fluid na lumalabas sa point C. Ay, point 3. Tama? Kung tubig yung pumapasok sa point 1, tubig rin yung lalabas sa point 3. That is why it is considered as your continuity equation, ay continuity principle. Okay? How about for figure letter B? Meron siyang sinabi dito, I hope no na klaro ninyo ang figure. Pero sabi dito sa equation number 1, so figure letter B, sabi niya, ang total head loss daw is considered as your head loss number 1, head loss number 2, and head loss number 5. Okay, ibig sabihin yung flow of water na i-consider niya is pa ganito. Ganyan. Kasi nga, yan yung flow of water, ibig sabihin, flow of fluid, ibig sabihin may friction. But take note that nagko-consider tayo ng parallel pipes. Hindi lang naman dito dumadaan yung tubig, di ba? Saan pa pwedeng dumaan yung tubig? Pwede pang dumaan yung tubig in this manner at pwede pang dumaan yung tubig in this manner. Ibig sabihin, itong total head loss na formula na ito is hindi lang na-enclose sa ganitong idea. Pwede kang gumawa ng bago. Okay? So therefore, pwede natin makonsider ang, lagay ko na lang, THL, no? Total head loss, pwede tayong consider ng head loss number 1 plus head loss number 3 plus head loss number 5. Basta tatandaan nyo lang kung saan nagfo-flow yung tubig natin. Doon nyo i-consider yung head losses ninyo. So, itong sinulat ko, ano ba yung flow na ito? It is the flow coming from point 1, pumasok sa point 3, lumabas sa point 5. Okay? Sige nga, bangka, na may nakikita ka pa bang isa pang total head loss formula na pwede natin gawin?
Yes, ma'am. Sa kuan, ma'am. 1, 4, and 5, ma'am.
Yes. Yes, tama. That would be the head loss coming from point 1, head loss coming from point 4, plus head loss coming from point 5. Kasi ang tubig is pwede ring dumaan in this manner. Okay? Sana naintindihan yan. So let us go sa inyong equation number 2. Sabi nga dito, your Q1 is equals to Q5. Tama naman talaga. No, ulit-ulitin ko, it is because of the continuity principle. What comes in, comes out. Okay? So, ano pa? Equation number 3, sabi nga dito that your Q1 is equals to yung Q1 daw natin is equals to your Q2, Q3, and Q4. That makes sense also. Kasi saan naman pala manggagaling yung flow or yung rate of flow natin sa ating pipeline 2, pipeline 3, and pipeline 4? Di ba lahat ng flow natin is nanggagaling sa point 1. Ibig sabihin, yung discharge natin at point 1, dinidistribute niya yung tubig natin or yung fluid natin sa point 2, point 3, and point 4. Kaya meron tayong equation na ganito. Kasi sabi nga sa parallel pipes, di ba, yung branches of pipes, dinidivide niya yung flow of water natin. Okay? So for equation number 4, sabi nga dito, sabi niya, head loss number 2, head loss number 3, and head loss number 4 is equal to each other. Makes sense also kasi nga yung tatlong pipe na yan is parallel. Ano yung mako-conclude natin dito? Once that the parallel is equal to each other, therefore their head losses is equal also. Okay? So ano pa yung na-conclude natin dito, no? 'Di ba nakikita nyo, iba-iba yung equation natin from figure letter B, figure letter C, figure letter D. Iba-iba yung kanyang consideration sa formula. Tama ako, nakaklaro ninyo, no? So ibig sabihin yan, it doesn't mean na kailangan yung i-memorize ko ano na itong mga formulas na nandito. Pwede nyo hindi i-memorize yan, no? Pwede nyo hindi tingnan yan. So ano lang yung mahalaga dito? Kailangan nyo lang malaman kung ano yung magiging flow ng tubig natin. No, it doesn't matter kung memorize niyo itong formulas na ito. Ang kailangan nyo lang tandaan is alam nyo kung ano yung magiging flow ng tubig natin. Okay? Like for example, for series parallel figure C. So you have pipe 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 where pipe 3 and pipe 4 is parallel to each other. So sabi nga, ang total head loss daw natin is head loss number 1, head loss number 2, and head loss number 5. Okay? So, Konkon, what is the another total head loss na pwede nating makonsider? Meron pa ba?
Yes, ma'am.
Sige, ano yan? Kung ano nakikita mo?
Ang 3 o ang 4, ma'am.
So, what is the total head loss equation?
Head loss 1, 3, 4, 5.
Yes, that is correct. Kasi alam natin na ang flow ng tubig is hindi lang naman dito dumadaan. Okay? Dumadaan rin siya in this manner. Okay, therefore, we can consider the total head loss at point 1, point 3, point 4, and point 5. Okay, so equation number 2 makes sense. Ulit-ulitin natin, what comes in, comes out. Kaya equal sila. Ulit-ulitin lang natin. So Q1 is equal to Q2 plus Q3. Yun na nga, dinidistribute niya yung fluid from pipeline 3 and pipeline 4. So kahit ilan pa yan na series parallel ang mag-connect to each other, Q1 is equals to all the parallel pipelines na dinidistributan niya ng tubig. Okay? So, head loss number 2, that will be equal to head loss number 3 and head loss number 4. That makes sense. Okay? Kasi they are on the same length. They are on the same notation. They are on the same length. But then again, your pipeline 3 and pipeline 4 is being arranged the same way sa pipeline 3 and 4. Okay? They're on the same, the same position sila. That is why, no, your head, pero pag in-stretch natin to, hindi sila parehas ng laki, di ba? Or hindi sila parehas ng length. But then again, in this manner, nagiging parehas sila kasi nga nagiging baliko yung pipes natin. That is why it is considered that your head loss number 2 is equals to your parallel pipelines, which is pipe 3 and pipe 4. Sige, itong figure letter D, hindi ko na siya masyado i-explain, no? Kaya ipapakita ko na lang. Kasi the same manner lang man din sila. So sige, sabi dito, meron tayong head losses, total head losses that you have head loss number 1, number 3, number 5, and number 6. Yan yung considerations, no? So, Versaluna, what are the other head loss? What is the other head loss na pwede nating i-consider looking upon this pipe?
Wait lang ma'am, wala pa ako kasunod. Wag lang kasunod.
Ay, bago lang tayo kasunod. Sige. Gisihan, John Lloyd.
Same jud mi ma'am, bago lang mo ko nagsulod. Mga 10, 14.
Mga ano? Sige, 20.
Legit.
1 ma'am. 1, 4, 5, 6.
1, 4, 5, 6. That is
6.
correct. Okay? That is correct. Thank you, Tuante. Kasi ang flow of water natin is pwedeng dumaan sa pipeline 1, pipeline 4, aakyat siya papunta sa pipeline 5, then po lalabas siya sa pipeline number 6. Another one, Magna. May nakikita pa ba tayo?
Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am.
Babae ko ha, ma'am. Sure lang. Sige, go.
Sa head loss, 1, 2, 6.
Yes, that is correct also. Thank you, Magna. So the flow of water can be flows through also in the pipeline 1, pipeline 2, and pipeline 3. Ibig sabihin, sa pagkuha natin ng total head loss, we can consider 3 equations. No? Yung nakasulat dito, yung sinabi ni Tuante at yung sinabi ni Magna. I hope nasusundan yan siya. Q1, Q6, alam na yan. So Q1 is equals to Q2 is plus Q3 plus Q4. Makes sense? No, ang tubig dumadaan sa pipeline 2, dumadaan sa pipeline 3, at dumadaan sa pipeline 4. Dinidistribute natin yung discharge ng pipeline 1. So meron kayo dito nakikita, Q5 plus Q2 is equals to Q6. Tama naman talaga, 'di ba? Kasi asan bang nanggagaling yung discharge natin from pipeline 6? Nanggagaling yung tubig sa pipeline 2 at pipeline 5. No? The same lang yan siya sa pipeline 1 na dinidistribute niya yung discharge sa 2, 3, and 4. Okay, sana nakikita yan. So you have here Q5 is equals to Q3 plus Q4. Tama naman. Kasi saan ba nanggagaling yung flow ng ating pipeline 5? Okay, nanggagaling yung flow natin sa pipe 3 and sa pipe 4 natin. So I hope naiintindihan talaga yan. No? So meron din tayo dito for your figure letter F, you have 2 reservoir with parallel pipe connection. So kung napanood niyo yung past videos natin, ang ating reservoir is a bigger or a large storage of water. Okay? So meron din tayong kinoconsider na total head losses, which is the difference between their elevations. No? Pero pwede din natin siya consider through their head losses. That would be the head loss coming from point 1 and the head loss coming from point 2. And the discharges would be the sum of the discharges of the 2 pipelines. Okay? May tanong? Wala? Okay. So let us continue, no? Let us have some example para mas naintindihan nyo kung ano yung nangyayari, no, sa topic natin. So there are 3 concrete pipes that are connected in series as shown. If the rate of flow in the pipes is 0.10 cubic meters per second, so let us determine the total head loss of the pipe. So you have here a series pipe only. Series lang siya. Di ba? Wala kang nakikita ang parallel pipe siya. So you have your So you have your pipeline 1, pipe 2, pipe 3 with different lengths and different diameters. So meron tayong factor na binigay which is F. That would be your friction factor. Among those formulas sa head losses, ano yung may friction factor? Hindi pa rin memorize? Tatlong formula ng head losses natin. Hala, midterm na. You have your Darcy-Weisbach, you have your Mannings, you have your Hazen-Williams. Alin sa
Darcy.
tatlo? That would be?
Itong Darcy, ma'am.
Yes, that would be the Darcy-Weisbach. Kapag N, that would be Mannings. Kapag C, that would be Hazen-Williams. Dapat ngayon, alam nyo na yan. Ha? Gamit na gamit yan sa board exam. I hope ngayon pa lang maniin nyo na yung pag-memorize ng formula natin. So, ano yung magiging equation natin for the total head loss? That would be head loss number 1 plus head loss number 2 plus head loss number 3. Matik lang. No? Ganyan lang tayo. So, that would be the formula, 0.0826 FLQ squared D raised to 5. So, kindly prepare your calculators para mabilis tayo. No? Since late tayo nag-start, kindly solve lahat-lahat. And kindly confirm if tama yung ating head loss 1, head loss 2, and head loss 3. Sige, paki-compute.
Tama to ma'am.
Tama lahat. So what is, thank you. So you have your head loss 1 as 23.05. You have your head loss 2 as 78.97. At head loss number 3 as 12.94. But this is not yet the final answer. Okay, kindly solve, no? For the, I kindly sum it up. If the correct answer is 114.78.
Yes, ma'am.
Tama. So, therefore, we can consider, thank you, that the total head losses among those three pipes are 114.78 meters. So, sige, pakitingnan muna for 1 minute, no, para mas ma-digest natin kung ano yung nangyari sa ating equation.
Ma'am, excuse me, ma'am.
Ma'am,
78.72
0.97 na siya, ma'am. Or 79.
Ah, okay lang. Sige lang. So, it is 0.79 dapat. Tama ba? 0.79 dapat?
ako.
Sige, ilan dapat to? 78 point?
96,
Ha?
96.
96? Ah, so,
Yes, ma'am.
okay. So, okay lang yung value. Okay lang yan. Sige lang, okay lang. At least ang whole number natin is the same as 114.78. Okay. Okay. So, sige, let us continue. Another example for the same topic. So, you have here pipeline 1, pipeline 2, and pipeline 3 are connected with parallel to each other. So, ibig sabihin, yung pipe 1, 2, and 3 natin is parallel. So, you have pipeline 1 having the diameters and the length of those pipes. So, the three pipes carries a combined discharge, which is 0.86 cubic meters per second. So you have a friction factor of 0.02. So hindi sa lahat nangyayari, hindi sa lahat ng pagkakataon sa problem, meron tayong figure. Okay, so kayo pa lang, kinakailangan yung imagine kung ano yung nangyayari. So sabi niya, yung pipeline 1, 2, and 3 daw is parallel to each other at meron silang pinagkukunan ng discharge which is a 0.86 cubic meters per second. So sa madaling salita, kung ako yung mag-i-imagine ng ganyan, baka nagiging ganito yung pipeline flow natin. Yan. So this is considered as your pipe 1. This is considered as your pipe 2. At this is considered as your pipe 3. Kasi sabi nga, itong tatlong pipe na ito is parallel to each other. Tama? Tapos sabi nga dito sa problem na ito that there is a discharge, no, sa tatlong ito. So ibig sabihin, yung tubig na pumapasok dito or the rate of flow is 0.86. Okay? And yung lumalabas also dito sa pipe na ito is 0.86 cubic meters per second. So ano yung tanong pala? So let us determine the discharge at point 1, point 2, at point 3. Okay? So ano yung una natin gagawin? Gagawa tayo ng equations natin para ma-solve natin ito. Okay? So according sa principle na pinag-usapan natin kanina, that your head loss at 1 is equal to your head loss number 2 and it is equals to head loss number 3. Tama, since they are parallel to each other. So how about the discharges? You have your Q is equals to your Q1 plus Q2 plus Q3. That makes sense kasi yung 0.86 natin, i-distribute niya yung flow niya sa 0.1, 0.2, and 0.3. Okay? So, ibig sabihin, this will be our main equation. Hahanapin natin yung discharges natin through this equation. Okay? So, ano yung gagawin natin? Saan ba natin nakikita yung discharges natin? Di ba usually, ang formula for our discharge, that would be Q is equals to area times velocity. Tama? Ang area, wala tayong problema kasi there is a diameter given. Okay? Saan tayo magkakaproblema? That would be sa velocity. Okay? So, saan pa natin nakikita yung discharge natin? Di ba nakikita natin siya sa ating head losses? Okay? So, ibig sabihin, pwede natin i-equate yung ating mga equation para makuha natin yung discharge. Okay? So, you have here, solve muna natin. Try natin yung HF1 is equals to HF2. Ibig sabihin, meron tayong Q1 dito, meron tayong Q2. So, paano kaya kung gagawa tayo ng equation ng Q2 in terms of Q1? Para yung value ng Q2 natin, ipapasok natin dito. Pwede, di ba? The same as sa value sa Q3, mag-i-in terms tayo ng equation into Q1, tapos ipasok natin dito sa equation na ito, okay? Para makuha natin yung value ng Q1 natin. So, para mas maintindihan, gawin na lang natin, no? Nag-line-line po tayo dito. Gawin natin. Sige. So, since it is a friction factor, therefore, we will use the Darcy-Weisbach formula. So, you have 0.0826 FL Q1 squared divided by D raised to 5. Can you confirm the formula? No? So, that would be 0.0826 as well. FL Q2 squared divided by D raised to 5. Okay? So, ano ba yung mapansin natin? Ano yung na-observe natin dito sa equation na ito? Di ba meron tayong pwedeng i-cancel na the same like terms? So, ano yung pwede natin ma-cancel? 0.0826 is equal to each other, so pwede natin siyang i-cancel. Ano pa pwede natin i-cancel? Di ba? Yung friction factor natin, since ang friction factor natin for all pipes is the same, which is 0.02, therefore your F also can be cancelled. Kasi pag nilipat natin to sa left side, di ba that would be equal to 0 pag minus natin? So, the same lang yun siya. 10 minutes, kailangan matatapos natin to. So, sige nga, kindly simplify the equation kung isolve nyo itong LD raised to 5 lang. So, for pipeline 1, ang L natin, that would be 600 at ang diameter natin, that would be 450. Sige nga, pakisolve. Lahat kayo mag-solve para mabilis tayo. So, ibig sabihin, 600 divided by 0.45 raised to 5. That would be Q1 squared. Ilan? That would be 600 divided by 0.45 raised to 5. I think 1,000 yung lalabas. Malaki yung value na lalabas.
32,515, ma'am.
32,515.37. So how about for our Q2? Pakisolve. So ang length natin for pipeline 2, that would be 800. Ang ating diameter, that would be 400 mm.
78,125, ma'am.
78,125. Point, wala na.
Wala na, ma'am.
Wala na. So, ibig sabihin, di ba, kinakailangan natin ng equation ng Q2 in terms of Q1. Paano natin gagawin yan? Therefore, we will divide both sides by 78,125. Sige nga, pakisolve. So, you will have Q2 squared is how much? That would be 32,515 divided by 78,125. Sige, Elan.
0.416.
0.416 Q1 squared. Okay. So take note that sa ating main formula or main equation natin, hindi siya naka-radical. So ibig sabihin, isi-simplify pa ninyo to, paki-square root ng ating answer. So that would be Q2 is equals to, kaya ni-square root square root natin para matanggal yung radical natin. Ay, para matanggal yung squared natin.
0.645, ma'am.
0.45. Okay, 0.45.
645. 45, ma'am.
That would be 0.645 Q1. So, ibig sabihin, meron na tayong equation of Q2 in terms of your Q1. So, sa madaling salita, check na yung Q2 natin. So, babalik naman tayo, pupunta na naman tayo sa discharge at 3 natin. So, sabi natin, headless 1, headless 2, and headless 3, it is equal to each other. So, pwede nyo gamitin yung headless 2 is equals to headless 3. So, sa akin, ayoko nang isolve ulit yung value ng inyong Q2. So, pwede nyo na tayong gumamit ng formula natin or ng equation that your headless 1 is equals to your headless number 3. Kasi the same lang naman pa rin, no? So, sige. So, you have here, ilan yung headless 1 natin? Consider natin kanina na that is 32,515. Kasi hindi naman magbabago, di ba? That would be 37 Q1 squared. So, kindly solve for your headless number 3. Alam nyo na yung gagawin. The same process lang. Where the length for... sige, may value na daw. Ilan yan? So, ulit na. So, for your headless number 3, ang length lang natin to be considered, that would be 700 meters long and ang diameter natin would be 500. So, ilan?
22,400, ma'am.
22,400. Sarado ba? Or may point?
Sarado, ma'am.
Okay, so that would be considered as your Q3 squared. Okay, so kindly simplify the equation. Bigay nyo na lang agad sa akin yung value ng Q3 natin. So that will be 32,515 divided by 22,400 and radical or square root niyo yung answers ninyo.
$0.83 mo?
83?
Yes. Dapat lang sa iba mo.
Sige, hintayin natin yung iba.
1.20.
1.20, ma'am.
204, ma'am.
205.
Sige, sige. 1.205. Sige, that would be 1.205 Q1. Therefore, this one is check na tayo. So, balik tayo sa main equation natin na ginawa. You have here your Q is equals to your Q1 plus your Q. Yung internet, nasisira na yung sulat natin. Q2 plus your Q3. Where your Q2, that would be equal to 0.645 Q1. Yung Q3 ninyo, that would be equal to 1.205 Q1. Where your Q, that would be 0.86. So, sige, kindly get the value of your Q1. Shift solve yun na lang para mas madali. Or pwede namang by process ninyo. So, yung value ng Q2, ipasok nyo lang to. Itong 0.645. Ang value ng Q3, ipasok nyo lang yung 1.205. Para makuha natin yung value ng Q1 ninyo.
1.85, ma'am.
1.85. Sige,
Basta
sulat
tama.
na. Sige, check natin mamaya.
Tama ba?
Sige lang. Check natin mamaya. Tama ba? 1.85. Ilan yung makuha ng iba? 0. Ilan?
0.31.
Yes, I think that is the correct answer. Sige, thank you for the try ha. Okay lang yan. Okay lang yan. So therefore, ang Q natin to be considered, that would be 0.302 cubic meters per second. Okay, so this is the answer for your pipeline number 1. So in this case, kapag nakuha nyo na yung Q1 ninyo or discharge at 1 ninyo, matik na makukuha nyo yung discharge at 2 at discharge at 3 natin. So sige, pagkikuha nga yung discharge at 2 natin, having your Q1 as 0.302.
Ay, 0.195.
0.195. Paki-confirm if ang value is correct. Tama? Tama ba?
Yes.
Q2?
Yes, ma'am.
0.195. Okay, thank you. So let us solve for your value of your Q3. So you have 1.205 times Q1. Value ng Q1, that would be 0.302. Can we solve for the value?
0.364.
0.364 daw. That would be in cubic meters per second. So kindly confirm if tama yung value ng Q3 natin.
Yes,
Tama?
ma'am.
Okay.
Correct, ma'am.
Okay.
Yes,
Thank you.
ma'am.
So sige, so therefore we conclude that the 3 discharges sa pipes natin, that would be 0.302, 0.195, and 0.364. So naintindihan na, gets ba kung ano nangyari sa ating pipe system? Okay tayo? No further question? Okay pa? Sige. Thank you. So let us move on to another set of example about your series and parallel pipe. So I hope na susundan niyo yung ano yung nangyayari sa atin. Okay. So you have here the flow rate of water to the pipe system as shown in the figure is 50 liters per second. So you have here a total head loss, no? Nagbigay na siya ng total head loss ng pipes natin, which is 9 meters. So assume ay C coefficient for 120 for all pipes. Hanapin natin yung discharge at B, head loss at B, at diameter at C. Kasi hindi binigay yung ating diameter sa pipeline C natin. But your pipe B and pipe C is parallel to each other. Okay, so sabi nga dito, meron daw tayong